So, where do you want to start with this one? Wow. Do you want to start with the fact that the Jets just lost 5 in a row? Or the fact that they lost 5 in a row with the 5th loss being to a 1-6 team? Or do you want to just start with the fact that their season's over at this point? Or do you want to go with the coaching situation? I don't know, man. Where do you want to go from here? So, in a season that had some promise, before the season started, which is usually how it goes with, the Jets. It's mind-blowing to me how fucking season's over already. It's incredible, man. It's unbelievable to me. 8 games in, and they're done. They are done. So, there's just, even the most optimistic fan cannot visualize a turnaround at this point. There's just no way. There's no way. They're 2-6. Okay? So, what are they going to do? They're going to win 9 straight now? I seriously doubt it. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'm not even, mad. I'm not even pissed off. Because it's almost like I expected this. It's almost like I knew this was going to happen. If you go back and watch my pregame video for this game, for the Patriot game, you can see that I was literally on the fence, toying with the idea of predicting a loss for this game. It just felt like to me that this was coming, and they lose to a 1-6 team that is probably one of the worst teams in the league this year. But the Jets aren't far behind them at this point. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I mean, at this point, you got to switch gears if you're a Jet fan. It's, now it's, okay, let's focus on other shit. Let's focus on who can we bring in coaching-wise. Whether or not they get rid of the GM, I don't know. I'm not in favor of them getting rid of Douglas, but obviously they got to bring coaches in. They got to fix this problem. This team, it's not just this team. It's the franchise. This franchise is broken, cursed, jinxed, however you want to coin the Jet franchise. It is what it is at this point. It's to the point where I actually just picked up a really nice new Jet shirt. I actually wore it earlier when I was watching the game, and I was like, I'm not even going to wear this to make these videos because these videos don't even deserve me wearing a brand new Jet shirt. So I'll just bank that one for another day when I'm gonna, talk about something else that's just a little bit more uplifting. So it looks like at some point I'm gonna have to start doing some other videos. I think about, I have an idea of who I would like to see coach this team, and I'm gonna make a video about that, and I'm gonna put it out there. I think this guy would really be a good coach for the Jets. So look for that at some point. So what else? What else is there to talk about? This is a post-game video. There's really not much here to say. What's up with Zerline? This guy, wasn't he a good kicker? What happened to this fucking guy? Wilson had a very nice game. Other than that, not much. The coaching just does not seem to be there. It almost makes me feel like maybe they shouldn't have fired Salah. And because the team to me now feels like it's dead. At least with Salah, there was a little rah-rah. But it's, I don't know, man. I think he had to go, but I don't know, maybe pulling the trigger like the way they did, it's almost like it backfired. Now, you're talking about 5 losses in a row, 3 losses in a row, I believe, under Albrecht now, right? And the team just does not look well coached at all. It's crazy, man. It's really mind-blowing to me that the season is basically over now. You got a really cool game coming up. You got, they're playing on Halloween Thursday night. What I'm trying to say here is basically they had all these national games this year. There was a lot of hype around the team this year. But it's like all for nothing because the season's over. Where they going, man? All right, you got the Texans coming up. Let's just say they do something in that game. Like I said, I don't want to give it all away here. I'd rather talk about it in the pregame video, but what's on the horizon for this team this season? Not much, man. Not at 2-6. What kills me, and I've said this in a lot of videos now, is the ownership sold the farm to get Rodgers in here, because I really think that was an ownership thing. And I think Woody just overruled to get Rodgers in here because he wants to win now. And I've said it before, I don't believe you can buy a championship. And look at what they have done to this franchise now. Unless something miraculous happens, they have turned back this franchise another few years, because now you're going to have to start over with coaching. You're going to have to continue to look for a franchise quarterback when, in my opinion, when you were in the market for a quarterback before they got Rodgers, you had Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield sitting right there for the taking. Especially Mayfield. He was totally fucking available in that window of time. And I'll say it, I don't even think they called Mayfield. Those are two players to me, especially Mayfield. You could get him. He plays well. You lock him up. Just exactly what he's doing with Tampa Bay. He could have did that with the Jets. You could have brought him in. He's still in his fucking prime. You can grow with the guy. That's what I'm trying to get at here. You could, if they would have got him, now you got a quarterback for maybe the next 10 years. That's what this team needs, man. I don't understand why they didn't even consider him. As far as I know, they didn't even consider Mayfield. Listen, it's all done. It's in the past. But my point is, you try to buy it with Rodgers, and where does that leave this organization at this point, man? And look, does he look like he's a fucking savior? No, not at all. And now here's the best part. You ready? Are we doing this all over again next year? Like, is it, when next year rolls around, is it, Rodgers is going to fucking take us this year? I don't think so, all right? So this team really needs to do some fucking thinking, some deep thinking, all right? This team needs to fucking straighten shit out, man. This is a team that is broken. This is a franchise that is broken, and they need to fix this shit. Finally, for once, fix this fucking team. I mean, holy shit. How many more fucking seasons, how many more years, how many more fucking years of my life do I got to go through this shit? It's crazy, and it's not just me, man. I mean, I'm on the older side of a Jet fan. I would say at this point, but listen, it's the moments of joy with this team are far and few between, man. I mean, 98 was really fucking awesome. Then what we have, the back-to-back championship games with Rex, which was really Mangini's team. Once those players dissipated, Rex couldn't fucking win a game. So I always credit that to Mangini. He built that team that Rex took to the championship games. And then he destroyed fucking Sanchez's career by putting him in the fourth quarter of a fucking meaningless preseason game. I mean, give me a fucking break. That ended Sanchez's career, basically. So, and what else was there? There was a couple of good years with Pennington. Pennington, he was good, man. He was a smart quarterback, but he didn't have the arm, man. He had a shoulder problem, from what I remember. But even before the shoulder problem, he didn't really have a strong arm, but he was a smart quarterback, and I liked Pennington. It's a shame that Pennington didn't work out because of his physical ability is what basically ended his career. Listen, that's it, man. I don't want to ramble on here. I doubt I'm even going to put any highlights into this video. This is just like I said, where's this season going? It's not going anywhere. Let's be fucking real here, all right? So that's it, man. Check out the pregame video. It's a Halloween game coming up this Thursday. And again, even though the fucking season's in the tank at this point, it is a Halloween game. It is pretty cool. They'll probably be wearing black. I'm guessing it's Halloween. So they'll unveil the new black uniforms and the new black helmets, which are pretty cool. I got to get that uniform video out because I definitely break that down. And I said this for a while now, too, because I am a fan of the design part of it and all that type of stuff. I waited a long time for this team to get a black helmet. And, you know, they had that first version, and then they got this version. So I'm thinking about maybe I'll also do just when I get around to it at some point. I would like to do like a video just on the to compare the two black helmets. Because something wasn't right with that first one, and then I figured out what was wrong with it. And then, ironically, when I saw the new black helmet, I was like, they fixed it. So maybe I'll just do again, those are just fun little cool videos to make about the team, because we can't make legit videos about this team. So what the fuck else are we gonna do here?